Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020, the last day of September. I just want to remind everybody that I will be live streaming tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And so I wanted to get a video in here for you. And I wanted to talk about something which I think is really important today. Kind of windy here today at the Homestead too. Okay, so I gotta tell you this real quick. So this little guy, 5 days, he was gone for 5 days, and I really thought something happened to him because he comes home every night to eat, and then he's back out catting again. But he showed up last night, and you wanna go in? Come on. Well, come on. So, there's Miss Mal. Hey, girlie. There you go. Come on, Abby. You coming in? No? Max says, I'll come out. Alright, well, your call. Are you going to go? Now he's going to go. Why? This freaking snot. Here, get in there. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I have to do my due diligence and do my full-time job, which is a professional doorman. So anyway, tonight I will be live streaming 8 p.m. this evening, so please join me then. And we will hopefully have a nice discussion. I don't know what the topic is going to be yet, but we will get that figured out, and I will get that all up so you will see it well ahead of time. So what was I going to say? Oh, I know what I was like, where was I? So I want to talk about something what I think is really, really important. Knowing your terrain, knowing the area where you live, what resources are available to you in that area. Knowing the lay of the land is going to be really important, especially in a post-event. If you know all the ways to get in and out and all those type of things where you're at, it's going to put you in a position to strategically plan if there needs to be an ambush set up or any of those type of things. Because it's like if you have people coming, you want to be the one picking the ground where you make your stand. You don't want somebody else choosing what ground. You don't want to wait till they get right to your place and then have to defend your property at that point. You want to be the one that picks a spot where they are, either working their way uphill or something like that, and you can strategically be in a position where you have the high ground. Having the high ground is a really, really important thing in any kind of a situation where you have to defend yourself, because it makes it much more difficult for your adversary to come at you if they got to work their way uphill on top of everything else. So those are things to think about. Knowing where the resources are in your area, like knowing, okay, there's a water source here, there's a water source there, I know another place. So having different options as far as knowing where water's at, knowing where, maybe there may be a propane supply, or there could be, generators, or, gasoline, or whatever the case may be. Knowing what is around you is going to be really, really beneficial. It sounds funny. I ride, like I said, you guys know I ride a lot. One of the things that I will do is when I ride, I'll go certain different areas around my area here, and I'm talking 10-15 miles. I'll go different ways that I haven't gone before, and I'm always looking at possible resources in this situation, because again, you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know how bad the event's going to be. You don't know if people will be there or not be there. So if there's a potential that you can get resources someplace, it's really a smart thing to do. Oh, hold on, I got to show you this. She's running. She's doing circles. They're so funny. They just love to play. Still all full of energy. Good dogs. But anyway, again, knowing what resources are around you is important. And I don't care if you even got to make like a little map and you know, and kind of mark things off. So I mean, everybody's not going to remember everything all the time, so it's kind of important to, you know, keep that written down. You know, maybe this house has, you know, a lot of wood stored away. You know, this house definitely has a propane tank. This house has, you know, gasoline tanks, or, you know, different observations that you're making. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to go and take those things from people that are there. That's not what I'm saying. You're just making a mental map of where there's potential for resources in a post-event. Again, we don't know what that event is going to be. You know, we don't know where the people are going to be when that happens. So realistically, there could be a lot of abandoned houses where nobody's at. And so, obviously, you know, scavenging in a post-event is going to be a huge thing, and people are going to be scavenging. They're going to look for, you know, abandoned properties, and they're going to look for, you know, different places to, you know, to go to see where they can get stuff. So if you already have it in your head that, you know, maybe there's resources in different places that you can go and get, that would be great. She's a nut job. That dog is nuts. And look, he's just going to sit there and wait on her. And then, no, she missed her. She is way faster than he could ever be. But so anyway, you know, just something to think about. Again, knowing your terrain, knowing your ambush locations, thinking about where would you drop trees if you had to drop trees to slow people's progress down. Those are things too that you need to be looking at. You know, where we are, you know, again, I picked my place pretty strategically. It's high elevation. I'm in the woods. You know, it's not, there's only certain things, vehicle ways, that you can get in here. So, you know, those are things, you know, that I think about. I think about, you know, I have up this hill, and I know who's behind me. Greg is behind me. So, you know, I know he's got my back, and I don't have to worry about that in that type of a situation. So, but, oh, I don't think I told you guys yesterday. Yesterday, I ended up with 6 eggs yesterday. The day before, we ended up with 5, because I think I told you guys 4. But there was another egg late, so we had 5 the day before. We had 6 eggs yesterday, and obviously we'll talk about how many eggs we had in the live stream tonight when we get to that point. Yeah, the chickens are molting, so that's definitely slowing down egg production. The weather's obviously changing. We had a lot of rain yesterday. You can see quite a few leaves are down, but they're down a lot more other places. But we had a lot of rain yesterday, and then today's very windy, and so they have their fire going. Obviously, you can see that. I actually have mine going as well, but you probably can't tell because it's burning as hot as it is. So, you know, it's that time of year. You know, you do what you got to do as far as that goes. So I will go over into the battery room, and I wanted to talk about this. So yesterday, because somebody had asked me, they said, what happens on a day when you don't have a lot of sun production? Okay, so I'm going to come in here real quick. I'm going to turn this light on. All right, so right now we have great production coming in. It's very sunny outside, and I will show you what I'm talking about. I mean, the sun is right there, okay? So we're getting really good production at the moment, all right? So yesterday, not a great day for sun. Primarily, like right now, we're pulling in 1.81 kilowatt hours on this side. We're pulling in 917 watts on this side. So we're pulling in nice power at the moment. The batteries are at 26.73 at the moment and bringing power in. So we're bringing in more power than we're using. So that's when the little thing, the arrow is going this way. That's what that means. And then this arrow is up. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that arrow is pointing up, which means we're bringing in more power than we're using, which is what we want. So yesterday, overcast, cloudy day, pretty much not bringing in a lot of power. So I was wondering myself, obviously, how the batteries would hold up, okay? And so, you know, over the course of the day, I was watching everything. We did bring in some power, but not, like I said, again, not a whole lot. So what I was looking at last night, the batteries were at like 26.25, something like that, okay? By this morning, the batteries, when I got up, I woke up early and I came out and looked because I kind of wanted to see where they were going to be at before the sun came up and the power got kicking on them. The batteries were at 26.05, which I was like, holy crap, that is awesome. So they really held up well on a day. They did not use a lot of power. So what basically was going on, we had a 4 or 5 day stretch. We had a lot of sunshine. The batteries pretty much all topped off, and then I was wondering how the drain would be on a day when we didn't get a whole lot. The drain was not bad at all. So I was really, really pleased about that because again, it just, goes to show you that, these batteries are working phenomenally. Really, really good. So, like I said, right now we're 26.75 and bringing in power, charging things up. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now, I think. I gotta look, hold on, I will tell you in a second. It is 1:21 at the moment. So, like I said, the batteries are doing fantastic and really couldn't be more than pleased. So people were asking, how did they hold up on a day when you didn't have a whole lot of power? Well, now that they've had a chance to really get a good charge to them, they held up fantastically. I was beyond surprised because my other batteries would not have. So, much better, more efficient. The drain on them was not bad. Somebody else had asked me, and I wanted to address it really quickly. They said, well, people had asked, well, what are you using your power? What do you charge, you're using? What is your usage, And somebody said, oh, well, he's just running a couple lights and a couple of refrigerators, which is not the case, okay? What we're running on a daily basis off the solar, the new hot water on demand unit, it's plugged in, it's electric. Once we turn that on, well, it's propane. It's a propane hot water heater, but it's plugged in obviously as well, so that's plugged in all the time. Whenever we turn on the hot water, that is definitely a pull on the system. Mom and Becky have a microwave and a coffee maker, which they use on a daily basis. So those are also being used. Yes, we use the lights as well. So, and we have blowing my beard. I'm going to turn this around so you can see this. Look at the wind. So, but the pump for the well, for here, the pump is a 120. So when I need to fill this, and I'll kind of show you here, this is my water tank. And right now, if you can see that, I could probably turn the pump on for a little while, and I probably will plug that in to fill that tank a little bit more right now. Actually, when I get done with this video, I will do that, just to run that for a little bit. So while the power's coming in really well, and the batteries are high, I'll just turn that on for a while, and then that'll pump and that'll fill that up more, and that won't take long. And I think actually now, because of the amount of rain that we got yesterday, we had a really good rain yesterday, I could turn it on for a little while, then turn it off, and then it'll probably, it basically will fill on its own, I think. So we'll have to see. But I'll start it, I'll run it for a while, and then we'll go from there. But so anyway, yeah, so that's what's happening here. I definitely want to hear your feedback on the topic, guys. I would ask you to, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like, comment, and share the video if you liked it. And I appreciate that, and thank you. I will see you all tonight for the live stream. We will have a good chat, whatever we decide to talk about. We may be bringing up some of the debate with the presidential debate. So we'll probably bring that up a little bit, but we'll talk about a bunch of other stuff as well. So, yeah, so there we are. But again, we're just, we'll figure out a topic and we'll go from there. So please join me tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for that. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. And we are one race called the human race. And as soon as we can realize how badly we're continuously manipulated by the powers that be, the people that are in charge, you know, the government, big business, you know, how badly we're being manipulated constantly. If we can get beyond that nonsense, then we can focus on what the real problem is. That would be fantastic. And that's big business and government that continue to bleed us dry. So that would be a wonderful thing. Also remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. And it's also, you know, important to tell them because, like I said, you just never know. Life is so short, and you know, that's why I believe you tell them every single day. All right. Also remember, guys, STD, step, thing, and day. Real simple mantra. People think STD means one thing, but it does not. It means step, thing, and day. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only person that is going to stop you from reaching those goals is you. Nobody else can stop you. So stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine, okay? I will see you all tonight at 8 o'clock. I hope everybody's having a great day. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.